wouldn't it be a welcome change to receive a check from the Bahamas Electricity Corporation instead of a bill? Well, that's the possibility that the government wants to introduce through a renewable energy program. Altavis Munnings tells us that State Minister for the Environment, Kenred Dorsett, says it's part of a broader plan to reduce energy costs.
The Progressive Liberal Party government recognizes reducing the cost of energy is a national challenge. It's no secret that we have no control over the cost of diesel oil that the Bahamas Electricity Corporation uses to produce power. But the Minister of the Environment and Housing, Kenred Dorsett, made some recommendations in the House of Assembly on Wednesday.
We believe alternate renewable energy sources, applying waste-to-energy technologies, and promoting energy efficiency and conservation measures are all important in achieving this objective, which will help reduce the cost of electricity. We are currently considering proposals for solar energy plants, waste-to-energy plants, ocean thermal energy plants, and wind.
The Christie administration is also proposing to increase baseload generation and save the Bahamas Electricity Corporation $100 million annually, which could be passed on to BEC consumers. The government also received proposals from local and foreign partners, including a takeover of or partial provision of the generating capacity by the private sector. Minister Dorsett announced amendments to the 1956 Electricity Act that they anticipate will also reduce energy costs.
1. Introducing a Renewable Energy Act. 2. Creating an electricity sector regulator. 3. Establishing a sustainable energy unit in the Ministry of Environment and Housing. 4. Developing a national review plan to evaluate the economic viability of moving power from one island to another from a larger and more efficient power plant as was promised in the Charter for Governance. Exploring with the Ministry of Finance a program to encourage businesses to conduct independent energy audits whose costs would be deductible from revenues that form the basis upon which that business must pay business license fees for the year the audit is carried out.
Add to that expanding incentives for increased solar and wind energy use, tankless and solar water heaters, and energy-efficient appliances. Minister Dorsett pointed out that the tourism sector accounts for approximately 40% of electricity consumption and public buildings account for 10%. That's why he plans to discuss with his education, tourism, and trade and industry colleagues reducing electricity consumption.
Since sunshine is free, only the cost of the building, maintaining and replacing the plant, as well as ongoing management would produce a cost which should be quantifiable for the near and long term, thereby allowing for a long-term set fee for power provided.
Liquefied and compressed natural gas sources are also being sought by the Christie administration. Minister Dorsett admitted that the challenge to reduce electricity costs may be daunting, but presents a tremendous opportunity for the Bahamas. Altavis Munnings, ZNS News.
And just a quick correction, Mr. Kenred Dorsett is the Minister of Housing and the Environment and not Minister of State, as we said earlier.